Hi, this is Vandana from New Delhi, India. Should you quit your job to be a stay at home mom or a stay at home parent? Should you give up your job to be more available for your children and your family? This is a question which every parent, particularly every mother, goes through. I did too. Till a generation above me, the roles were very clear. My father used to go to work and was the sole breadwinner of the family. My mother was the homemaker, someone always available for the children, looking after home, cooking good healthy food, and managing the home to perfection. She was always there at home to listen to us, advise us, take us out for swimming and tennis lessons, and to help us with the homework. Somewhere in our generation, the roles got a little mixed up. Women like me, instead of getting married early, chose to study further, get professional degrees, and started working. We became ambitious, career focused, enjoyed our freedom and financial independence. And indeed, working was required too, what with the increase in the cost of living and increase in our daily needs and wants. My parents lived in a small town, did not own expensive cars, did not have even air conditioners at that time, and did not crave to eat out or go out so often. My generation wanted everything from living in a luxurious apartment or a house, having expensive cars, air conditioned homes, latest gadgets, smartphones, dining out often, etc. So we did need two incomes. Like other working women my age, I loved my job, my financial independence, and after marriage too, nothing changed. We both earned, worked hard, partied harder, enjoyed ourselves. We also decided to go ahead and buy a house right in the beginning of our marriage. So we bought a house. It was heavily mortgaged. Very little of it was a down payment. But we were very happy when we bought that. Soon we had our first child. When my eldest son was born, everything changed. Now I did not feel like going out for a job. I wanted to spend more time with my son and not go out every day to a job. But it was really not possible. We needed both the incomes to pay off our mortgage to live properly. So I continued to work. We kept a nanny for our child and we both continued to work. Slowly, as we grew in our careers, the cost of living became higher, but my husband's salary also increased, my salary also increased. So it became a little easier. Another 3 years later, our second child was born. And that's the time when my husband was growing in his career and traveling a lot outside on business trips. When with both the children, it was very tough for me to manage the home and the kids. And since my husband was traveling very often, it was very difficult to manage. I very often thought of leaving my job, but I still couldn't because we had to pay the mortgage. And even though my husband's salary had increased, it was not so high that we could still leave it and continue everything. Very soon, my husband got posted to Netherlands. So we decided to move to the Netherlands. We gave our house, which we had bought, on rent. The rent paid for the mortgage, so it was sort of self-balanced. And very happily, I left my job, moved with my husband and the two kids to Netherlands. We had a very pleasant couple of years in Netherlands, and I really enjoyed being with my kids and really relished the time I spent with them and the family. In a couple of years, my husband had to return back to India for his job. So we moved back. Now again, went back to our house and we started living there. But again, while in Netherlands, we were getting an extra income and with the house was also provided by the company. So we didn't really have to pay too much of rent or anything. Here again, it became difficult and we both needed to work again. But I really did not want to go back to a 9 to 6 job because both the kids were growing up. One was in play school, one was going to normal school in junior classes. And I did not really want to do a 9 to 6 job. One day while reading the newspaper, I came across a software center that was being sold. Since I was working in a software company before we got married, we decided I would start a business and run a training center of my own. And so we went ahead, we launched the Software Training Institute, and very soon it became popular. Initially, it was quite nice. I would go during the period when my kids were in school, which is in India is 9 to 2. I would go to work in the software training institute. We had some students in that time and it was managed fine. And we kept a center manager for the rest of the period who could manage the center when I was not there. It worked fine for a while, but slowly it became popular, it grew, the business grew, and more students kept coming. I kept more faculty. But as the size grew, the business grew, so did the problem. So I was spending more and more time in my institute, and it became like another job. So from being a professional and a working person, from being a working person in a corporate, I became a self-employed person. But even being self-employed, it did not give me the time freedom I was seeking. I continued to work quite hard, and again, there was always some emergency. There were some students who wanted to come in the evening only because they were working in companies at that time, and it became difficult to manage again. So I did this for about 3 to 4 years, and then after that, so after a couple of years, again my husband got posted to the UK, and we decided again to make a move because it was just not possible with a traveling husband, two growing up kids, and what I had thought that I would work only for half a day turned out to be the full day, so it was not really serving the purpose. I was not getting the time freedom that I so craved, which I could spend with my kids. So we sold off our business and we moved to the UK. In UK, again, my husband was on a traveling job. He traveled a lot, and we were anyway on a work dependent visa, so I was not working. I really enjoyed that phase. I spent around almost 4 years with my kids, and they settled down well there, made friends, and we were having a good life there. My elder son gave the 11 plus exam, which is there in the UK, got into a very good school, and we were looking forward to just living there. We also bought the house which we had rented out there and decided that we would stay there till the kids grew up before we returned back to India. So things were going on very well. We were happy. Everything was going fine. But then tragedy struck. My husband, who was on a business trip to India, passed away suddenly. He was only 43 years old. By now, he was the only breadwinner in our family as I was not working. So when my younger son asked me, "Mom, have we become poor now?" I really had no answer. We moved back to India. I got my children admitted to a good school in India and looked for a house very close to the school. Luckily, I found a good job and found an apartment right next to the school. I took another huge home loan and bought the apartment. While my job was good, what I earned was just enough to live by. I started looking for ways of earning other streams of income. As my job kept me very busy, it was a 9 to 6 job, but sometimes kept me outside home from 9 to 8. And I really did not have time to spend on anything else. After selling a property in UK and clearing all the mortgages, I got some money which I invested in mutual funds, stocks, and shares. These started giving me an additional income which really helped me. Then the stock market started heading towards a crash. I withdrew everything and invested it in up and coming real estate in and around where we were living. I actually took a couple of more property loans and bought more property. And as I read somewhere, the only three criteria I looked was for location, location, and location. Fortunately, the real estate market was on an upswing in Gurgaon, where we were living, and new areas grew fast, and my investments in the real estate grew. I was able to sell off some of these and send my children to study in the US. So yes, even though in my life I left my job many times to be able to spend time with my children and look after my family, my job was and has been very important for me as it provided for me and my children when we needed it most. So which brings us to the question about, should you leave your job to look after your kids? Yes, we all, particularly all mothers, want to be home when their kids are young. My advice would be that till you have created a passive source of income like a rentable property, stocks, shares, mutual funds, or an online business, do not be in a hurry to leave your sole source of income. Even if you have a partner who's earning well, use your time productively to create a source of income for yourself and your family. And if it's beyond your control and you really need to leave your job, do not spend the entire time doing housework or looking after kids. spend some time on yourself and learn new things, learn how to build an income online, or use any passions that you have to earn an income. I am now on the wrong side of 50, and here are some of the lessons that I have learned that I would like to share with all the young people who are just starting out in their career, or young mothers or parents thinking of leaving their job or one of the jobs to look after the children and family. The first lesson that I learned is whether you are a girl or a boy, whether you need an income, whether it is through a job, whether it is through a business, whether it is through invested money, you need an income. So you must plan for getting an income once you finish your education. And it's equally important for women to be earning as it is for men. My lesson number 2, as soon as you start earning, even when you're young, start saving 10 to 30% of your salary or income and put it in another account which you can later on start investing into mutual funds or stocks or shares or property or in anything else that will grow your investment. Take financial advice from an expert if you are not sure about how to invest it yourself. My third advice would be, if you plan to have kids or you already have kids and want to spend more time with them, invest time in learning. If you already have money to invest, spend time in learning how to make that money work for you. These days, there are so many options available to earn online. If you do not have a large corpus of money, invest in learning about how to start and run an online business, whether it is e-commerce, drop shipping, affiliate marketing, network marketing, Kindle publishing, or building a business around your passion. It may be health, fitness, cooking, art, craft, or anything else. My lesson number 4. Some of you may have read Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad and the Cash Flow Quadrant. Try to move from being an employee or self-employed to becoming an entrepreneur and an investor. Out of the money that you earn, try to create wealth for yourself and your family in the form of appreciating assets like property, metals, commodities, mutual funds, etc., so that you can ultimately generate a passive income for yourself. Our effort should be to reduce the time spent to get time freedom. Money can always be earned through a job also, but you never get time freedom. You can only achieve time freedom if you work for it, learn the skills that you're required to do an online business, or invest in things. So if you plan right, you may not have to do a full-time forever, and there are suitable alternatives to a full-time job today, which can allow you financial freedom as well as time freedom, which is so important when you have children, and which will give you time to spend with them, quality time to spend with them. Even if you leave your job for a while for looking after your kids, use that time constructively to try and build another source of income. Thanks. This is Vandana Nanda signing off, and have a great day. Thank you for watching or listening. I hope that this content has helped you in any way. It may have motivated you, inspired you, maybe it has triggered an idea, maybe it's gotten you out of a rut, maybe it has simply entertained you. Listen, I am just the next corporate executive and consultant who has recently ventured into the world of online marketing and personal branding. After working for almost 2.5 decades in the corporate world, I reskilled myself, clawed my way up into the digital marketing and personal branding world. I shifted into running my own online business. I've been retired from the corporate world for almost 6 months now, and I'm not looking back. If you want to follow me on my journey or maybe even connect further, you can go to my blog at vandanananda.com. That's VANDANANDA.com, or you can click in the link in the description below if you're watching the video. Vandana Nanda signing off, and I'll see you on the inside. Bye for now.